Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Kesix again. Thought we'd pick back up where we left off with Grisbin. If you recall last time, we played all the way up to almost confronting Slave Master Sadur, but then as I pointed out, I'm just a little shy. If you look down here at the bottom, the experience bar, I'm just a little shy of leveling up a level. And it's probably best to face him while leveled up to at least level 5. So we ran back into the jungle, and I found this little space that you saw near this old broken down temple that apparently someone's using to store meat, and just camped out. If you don't camp out, if you camp and then log back in within a few minutes, nothing will change. Everything will still be gone. So you have to give it several hours. It's been a couple days actually since I've played Grisbin now, so most everything has respawned, which will give us plenty of chance to defeat several more enemies and earn enough experience to level up before we go meet Sadur. So we just logged back in, so we're going to pick up this reward. You'll notice here mastery advancement. That is something that comes along with, and I'll show you real quick here. Actually, I won't show you real quick because we haven't reached a point where I can actually access advanced abilities. But you can earn a number of points toward advanced abilities that you can purchase later on. So anyway, so if you recall, we're a bear shaman. We've picked up a few things, a few bits of armor from enemies we defeated already, and there's Casilda again, so we're going to escort her to the city, but we're going to go back to the jungle and go ahead and take out a few more of these enemies, get ourselves leveled up a little bit. So I'm probably just going to stop talking here for a minute, and I'm just going to run around and take these enemies out, and then we'll get back to Sadur, and I'll pick up with some more commentary. Unless I run into something interesting, then I'll share it. But anyway, this will probably speed this up for you guys watching. So it'll take me a few minutes to do all this, but anyway, just have fun and enjoy watching me run real fast at double or triple speed. Alright, we'll stop here for a second. During that encounter, I did level up to level 5. Pick up a few more things here. And I've gotten a couple more abilities. Censuring Strike. And if you can read the description, this mighty blow intimidates the victim, deterring them from switching targets to attacking the bear shaman. Effective when the victim is already distracted from other foes. And if you look at the top, and if you look at the box here, you'll see, like the first one, the sweep. There's a little gray diamond in the top left. The slam, the gray diamond's right in the center. Again, the censuring strike, the gray diamond's in the top left. That corresponds with this upper left attack. The center one corresponds with the center attack. This other one here, internal bleed. Swift hammering blows directed at the enemy's torso. Shuddering impacts rupture internal organs and blurt arteries, causing a temporary internal bleeding. In other words, this is creates a damage over time thing where they bleed. Again, if you see the little diamond or triangle in the center, that corresponds with the overhead attack to make that activate. So we're going to continue on, and we'll speed this up to catch us up. I'm going to stop real briefly here. So you'll see that I've reached the end of my inventory, okay? So I can't pick up anything more. So at this point, what I have to start doing, and what I typically do, is I'll look at an item, and if it's like only a 10, then I just leave it. And sometimes if I come across something that looks like it could sell for more than something that I already have that's only worth a 10, I'll drop the thing that's worth only a 10 and pick up the more expensive item for selling later on. That's really kind of the easiest way of doing this, unless you if you start with a pay subscription. I think you get a little bit more in your inventory that you can utilize to carry more stuff in this beginning area. But that's what I do, just to kind of catch up with, maximize my profit, so to speak, at this point. Alright, so we're almost done with going back through all these enemies that we've defeated once already. Again, it's maybe a little cheap, but it puts you in a good position to encounter Sadur. Okay, so done with all that. There's Sadur up there next to that gate. Now we'll have to go, once we've defeated him, we'll get a key for that gate, and then we can get closer to the city. So anyway, let's go deal with him, and then I'm going to show you something else. Okay. A little bit of a dialogue here.
Before Sadur, it seems the god. It was no big. Of course not. Such brave words from one who has walked. You knelt many times, dragging the oar at my order, obeying whenever commanded. But though you bear the mark and are worth much to me, Slave Master Ulrich despises troublesome property. You will not sacrifice yourself to the demon? Time to die. The great serpent shall judge your worthless soul in the afterlife.
Alrighty. So, defeated him, and you'll see this time he dropped a large chest. Okay, up to now I think we've only had bags. Now, bags normally only have like one small item in them. Now, every time you, occasionally you'll defeat someone and you get a large chest, and that has things, greater number of things, or things that are worth more. So here's that Acronian gate key that we need. Now that will wind up going into this quest box over here rather than our regular bag, so that only counts for that. This other is a scimitar. Now we, as being a shaman, cannot use it, but it can be sold for more than, say, this pair of boots. So first thing we have to do is take the pair of boots and destroy them / drop them. Then we can pick up the scimitar. Now, well, we need to go through that gate, but before we go through that gate, we're going to optimize our experience to defeat some more enemies and possibly get another chest or two of cool stuff that we can turn around and sell for a better profit in town. We do that by turning this way, and there's a picked camp up through here. So we're going to go through this picked camp and defeat all these picts. So again, I'm going to stop talking for a little bit. We're just going to play, and when I get to something interesting, we'll slow down and I'll discuss it. All right, here we go. You notice there that you saw a couple times time seemed to slow down. and you saw me make a very dramatic strike against an enemy during which they died. That's one of those things I referred to earlier as fatalities. If you recall, you can go up here. I believe it is the challenge journal. You can earn, if you accomplish 3 of these 5 things, you can earn one of these contenders caches. One of which is creating at least 5 fatalities. That happens when you have a critical roll. You make, in theory, the game engine gives you a critical roll, and you really maximize your damage. It can sometimes cause a fatality. So the idea here is, if I want to earn one of these caches, I got to have at least 20 kills, which I've done already so far. At least 5 fatalities. I'm sure I'll get another one here shortly, and then completing one of these others. Normally, I just complete 3 quests during a game session to get that little cache. That cache really it's cool. It's the base level one basically gives you a chest that you open and you get 5 silver, which is pretty good, especially for low level. To build up your funds for possibly purchasing something a little more useful to you later on in game. So gold is again the top tier denomination. Silver is just below that, so it's a very commonly used denomination for trade up through level 25, 30, somewhere in there. All right, we're going to keep on going through this pit camp. We're going to take them all out if we can. And we'll get to the end, and there's going to be a surprise, so to speak. Alright, that's all the picks that we're going to encounter. Now, through this door, there's some demons, okay? Demons are a very, very integral part of Mr. Howard's stories. Some of them, he delves into demon worship, not as a religious thing or anything of that nature, just as a story device. Some of the cultures in Hyboria are demon worshippers. So you run into actually demons running across the land. So there's certainly occasion to run into those guys and defeat them. And of course they're somewhat magical. Most of them can cast some sort of magic, at least like that the boss right there in front. We're not going to hit him first. We're going to go run inside, take out some of his little minions first before we talk with him. So we just come in to the left here, pull this first guy, deal with him. There's another one here that we're going to deal with before we talk with. Because you don't really want to go running up to a boss when there might be a minion running around that can stab you in the back, so to speak. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to drop this because those will sell for more at a vendor. That demon blood. Get one more. You see, sometimes I'll walk up, or I'll sneak up close to just inside something that I call aggro range for a creature, and then I'll back up to pull it away from other creatures. That way I can try to fight only one at a time, if not one or two at a time, as opposed to the whole bunch. All right, here we go. We're gonna take on the boss. Here we go. We should be fine here. As long as we keep swinging and watching the defensive that he's using. Yeah, we're good here. Yeah. Of course, being a boss, he's going to drop something bigger than a bag, so you drop this chest. Ah, cool. Okay, some more of that. And again, now we're going to, drop some things that don't sell for as much to pick up things that will sell for more. So we just drop some of these. I can pick up that stuff because that can sell for more to vendor. You know, enhance my my coinage. Here come the other two. Remember, if you can keep them both in front of you, you can damage both every time you swing your weapon. One primarily, and the other is going to get some splash damage, as they call it, from being nearby. Here's another chest. Pearl. Okay, here's something we run into sometimes. So this is a ring. It's got +1 Constitution. The thing is, I can't pick it up and put it directly on my finger. The game won't let us do that because it tells me my inventory is full. I can only put things onto my character from my inventory, which means we have to drop something that might be worth something in a vendor. But there's more to come, so I'm comfortable dropping this to pick up this ring. Then I can now put over my character. So +1 boosts my Constitution. You know, again, this is low level. I mean, only level 5 here, so something like that is good. I mean, as you get higher in levels, you get more equipment that has much better bonuses to your stats or other things. But this is good to get started with a couple things right off the bat. As you look at your character classes, you may want to consider the type of character class you have and what stats are important. For example, you know, a soldier type class, a guardian or a conqueror, you're going to want high strength and even more so high constitution to make sure that you have as many hit points as possible. Okay, finish that part of the task, and now we're going to fight some apes. But then conversely to what I was saying before, if you were a mage type, you want a high intelligence to boost the amount of mana that you naturally have attributed to you. If you have a low intelligence in your caster, you're not going to have so much mana to cast spells, which can become a problem if you're in the middle of you know, trying to cast spells or on multiple opponents. You can run out of mana really quickly. Okay, so I just picked up some bananas. Okay, now sometimes the creature will drop something that's consumable. You'll see it says consumable there, level 2. And when you consume these bananas, it'll boost for an hour your health and your health regeneration for just a little bit. And as you get higher in level, you get other consumables like this that will boost the health. You know, instead of just +7 health, it can boost it as high as, you know, 60 or 70, 99, 100 plus health. So you can get these, and I like to store them on a second page when I get a bag to help boost my my statistics as I go through adventuring. I can eat some food and keep my health, my constitution, or my mana higher than I normally would be. And again, you have, we're not going to take that because we have something else to pick up later. They have some that will boost your health. They have some that will boost, there are some that will boost your mana. There are some that will boost your stamina. So those are things to keep an eye on. Now some character classes can benefit from all 3 of those. Other character classes not so much. For example, a mage really doesn't have a whole lot of need for a boost to strength. If you find one that boosts strength, no, it's not something that's really going to help a mage that much. But all the others, you know, stamina again, not so much for a mage, but constitution most certainly would be useful because sometimes if you're adventuring alone and you're a mage, things are still going to come hit you. Well, if you have a few more hit points, you might be able to last just long enough to survive than if you didn't have the extra hit points. So consumable along that line is a good thing. We've leveled up again. Okay. Now down here we have an Ape King. So, and of course, you can see down here he's a special, so he's rated at level 5, but he's probably stronger than your average level 5. So, but I think we're going to be fine to take him on. He drops Ape King's treasure, so we're going to take that. Leave the other stuff. We'll get more later. It's no big deal. There's some little chests over here we're going to go get. And then we'll be able to finish this introduction part of getting through the jungle at least. So what we got in here? Ooh, another ring. Of course, that means we have to drop something else. It might be worth some. It doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and drop that. Pick up the ring. Yes, I want to loot it. Put the ring on ourselves. And we have a second plus boost to Constitution. So there we go. Run across this little bridge right here, and now we're almost to the city of Tortage. So we're gonna stop right here. The moment we interact with this gate, we're gonna have some little dialogue. And then we'll kind of make our way through the gate. So we'll stop just the other side of the gate.
Friend? At least this one just remember to say nothing about escaping your captors or killing any slavers. You crush picked heads with great skill, but stay out of trouble in the city. We'll meet again.
Right, so the gate opens. She'll make her way onto the city without us now. We don't have to worry about her. And now we're within the walls of Tortage. So at this point, it'll stop you and ask you if you want to purchase anything from the cash shop to maybe get you started, like a quick start bundle. I do have the FunCom points for it. Not going to do it. Don't think I need it right now. I'll save my FunCom points for something later on if I want, because I'm already in kind of a good shape as far as equipment wise goes, so I don't need to do any of the extra stuff. So anyway, we're going to walk over here and kind of park for a second, and we're going to end it for now, and we will see you in the next video. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye.